Hi, this is Gina. And today I'm at Runnymede in Surrey. Which is an open green space by the side of the River Thames, used extensively for leisure and recreation by locals. At the same time, it is possibly the most famous meadow in the world, because this is where the sealing of Magna Carta took place in June 1215. It is also not far from the royal castle at Windsor, first established in the 11th century. The agreement between King John, also known as Bad King John, and his barons came about because of the king's excessive demands he had placed on his barons. Indeed, rumors of rebellion were rife. Something needed to be done to restrain the king. The barons wanted to restore order and to limit the king's ability to raise money and go to war at will. King John was finally forced to agree to the terms of a settlement with his barons here at Runnymede in June 1215. Although John tore up the agreement soon after, it is considered one of the turning points of English history. Magna Carta, as it came to be known, is now remembered as a milestone on the route to democracy and individual freedom. It consisted of 63 separate chapters, each rectifying an area where it was perceived that King John had overstepped the mark on what a king was entitled to do. To resolve future disagreements, a standing body of 25 barons was proposed, who would pass judgment on whether the king was acting lawfully. The chapters of the Charter that continue to speak to us 800 years later are those relating to justice and the law, the right to a fair trial, the right against unlawful imprisonment, that still stand today. In truth, the Charter was a failure. The king was once more at war with his barons. But it was revived on the accession of Henry III. And its significance was to grow in the years that followed. It came to stand for liberty, justice, and freedom under the law, and went far beyond England alone. In America, the ideas associated with Magna Carta had a strong influence on the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. Also, the language of Magna Carta can be heard in the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights of 1948. Runnymede retained its open character as a meadowland in the centuries that followed the event of 1215. However, in the early 20th century, it was under threat. As an open green space near Windsor, and not far from London, it was viewed as prime development land. The proposed sale of the land by the government generated a public outcry and led ultimately to its purchase by the lovely, wonderful Broughton family, who gifted it to the nation by transferring it to the National Trust, thus saving the meadows for the nation forever. And what a beautiful spot this is. You just feel good here, peaceful, no threat. Apart from that swan you saw earlier, it hissed at me because I had no bread to feed it with. Now if that is the only threat I have to face today, life can't be bad. I saw some horses across the road on the ridge of that hill. Can you see them? There's one with a white blanket. There were 3 horses earlier. And of course here's a car park, because there's this wonderful walk along the river. And you can leave your car here for £1.50 for the first hour. But do come here before 6 o'clock in the summer, because after 6 the machine will not accept your parking. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our excursion, and maybe you will come to Runnymede yourself one day. It's just outside Windsor. So peaceful. And if you come before 5 o'clock, you can also have a cup of tea in the tea room. They have delicious shortbread fingers. Do try them. Bye.